Welcome to Dress Down Day, Eric.
Hey, Leanna. Good job starting. You wanted to start the podcast today?
Welcome back, Eric.
Welcome, everyone. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I have so much to talk about.
I don't even know where to start. Wait, hold on, folks. Let me just welcome back to Dress Down Day.
Welcome back.
This is the first episode we are recording since we released the podcast.
Yes.
I don't know if people know that, but we recorded 3 before we released one because we had to go. I had shows in New Jersey, Buffalo, and Pittsburgh. I want to thank everyone who came out to Eatontown. Concerts on the Green, they called it. Leanna, you weren't there because you abandoned me.
I was not there. I abandoned
to go to your cousin's party.
Yes.
And it was wonderful. It was a giant tent.
So I've heard.
There was like 1,000 people there in total. I had 2 shows. They were pretty big. It was amazing.
I didn't know it was going to be that big of shows.
And then we went to Buffalo.
Yes.
New
York.
I never got to get the wings. I really wanted to get wings, but everything closes at 9 o'clock there, I guess because of
Shame on you,
COVID.
Buffalo.
Good job, Buffalo. But everyone there was wonderful. And then we did the Improv in Pittsburgh. That was also amazing. I met some wonderful fans. So thank you so much to everyone who told me that they liked the podcast. Thank you to everyone for being supportive. Thank you so much to everybody who is leaving us wonderful reviews.
Wonderful.
We didn't even ask people to leave reviews yet. They're leaving reviews for us, Leanna. They're doing our job. They're doing a great job for us today.
That is so nice. I'm someone who really reads reviews when I'm buying something. So I really do
You're a big Yelpies.
Yes, I really do appreciate reviews.
So thank you so much to everyone.
Yes,
I know that people have been. I apologize for them taking a second to get on YouTube. I didn't think I was going to put them on YouTube immediately. And then people kept asking about it, so I said, fuck it. So the response...
Plus, I was like, I'm doing my makeup for what?
Keep your mouth shut. The response has been insane. I'm so grateful for...
People are really sweet.
They're very sweet. So thank you so much. I just had to get that off my chest. This has been so much fun. You're dressed like Selena Gomez on New Year's Eve performing on the Empire State Building. Why are you wearing sequins? I don't know what's happening right now.
I just want to say something. Okay. I never really realized how insecure I really am.
I am too.
Until this podcast. I mean, the getting ready for it. I hate myself, basically.
I hate myself too. I don't know why you hate yourself. You're beautiful, but I get it because I hate myself
also,
too.
one thing too, relating to this is in one of the episodes I kept saying adult acne. I don't know why I'm putting adult in front of it.
I think you're just being silly.
No, I don't know. I have really bad acne and my skin's out of control now because we went home and it was a free-for-all and I was eating all the cheeses, all the cold cuts, all the stuff. Anyway, and then I'm looking in my closet looking for an outfit every time, and I have 0 clothes.
Well, that's not true.
I bought this outfit 3 years ago.
Were you going to be Selena for Halloween?
I don't know what I was thinking.
I said Selena Gomez. I meant the other Selena. What?
Selena, Corpus Christi, Texas. Selena.
That's her last name?
No, she's from Corpus Christi, Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, Selena, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Selena.
What's her last name? Salinas.
Selena, I don't know.
Look at this. It's just Selena. Her name is just Selena.
We don't know this.
Selena.
Oh, Quintanilla Perez.
Ooh, all right.
She's from Corpus Christi, Texas. Anyway, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this outfit because I hate it. But it's in my closet and I feel bad getting rid of it because I've never worn it or I wore it once. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to wear it. I hate it, but maybe someone else will like it.
Maybe you could just give it out to a lucky subscriber
if you love it, let me know. I'll send it to you.
Also for the viewers, I know a lot of people, I apologize for last episode because I promise this is not going to be talking about the podcast on the podcast. This is just because I felt so grateful to everyone. I was like, damn, I really want to make sure that I mention it when we start the new one. I just also, if you're watching on YouTube, I did get my Killer's K finally. This is a Killer's fan makes these.
Also,
my favorite band in the world, and I think she 3D or he or she 3D prints them. It lights up and everything.
Very cute.
Very excited about that.
The set will constantly be changing.
Yes.
In the last episode, I talked about my plants. Which no one ever even got to see the plants, the first plant that I was talking about, because we abandoned those episodes.
They're in the graveyard, the podcast
graveyard.
graveyard.
Yes.
So we just got home. I have so many things. I have so many things I want to talk about.
I do
and
too.
I don't even know where to start. We had a wonderful trip in New York. Shane McMahon was on our flight. I just met Shane McMahon.
I noticed him.
Here comes the money.
Are you proud of me?
I am very proud of you. Yes, I'm very proud. Because I sent that picture to a couple of my friends. They're like, "Who is this?" And I said, "Shane McMahon, you idiot." They're like, "Oh, I haven't seen him in 20 years." Anyway, he's a fucking he's Vince McMahon's son.
Yes.
Anyway, very excited about that.
So I feel like, I mean, there's so much to talk about our trip home, but I feel like since we just landed, we should talk about the plane.
I know there's so many things. I know.
I mean, so first things first, we get on the plane. There's a lady behind me. We got separated. There's a lady behind me in like a bedazzled jean jacket and like I think she was wearing a cowboy hat.
Wait, hold on. The bedazzled jean jacket says a lot about a woman, does it not?
That's what I'm saying.
That's a really good. If you say like this kid had on a Yankee hat with a spider web tattoo on his elbow, I'm like,
exactly.
I know who this person is.
Yes.
I can read his future. It will all come true. I know his past. If you say a bedazzled jean jacket and the woman's starting trouble, I already know her. I don't even have to be on the plane.
Yes, that's why I said it. I mean, I saw the bedazzled jean jacket, the heavy blush and eyeliner, and I knew something was going to go down.
She's trouble.
Yes, I knew she was trouble. So we got separated. She's behind me with whoever, and off the bat, I hear her, well, somebody's going to have to move their stuff. Somebody's gonna have to move their stuff. So she's like, okay, whose stuff is this? I shouldn't say it that night. She was like, whose stuff is this? And no one's
she's embarrassing herself in front of Shane
embarrassing
McMahon.
herself. No one's claiming the luggage. So she's like, well, I'm gonna move it then. And some older man goes, good for you. He was pissed by her attitude. She was setting off this plane ride, I mean, in a very bad way.
Well, unfortunately, okay, so I don't know how we got separated, but I think I put my headphones in and I was listening to something.
So you didn't hear the commotion?
I heard and saw. The body language was, I'm a fucking bitch.
Yes.
I knew that was happening. Also, you had to do pee-pee like you always do as soon as it's the worst moment possible for you to do pee-pee. You think, I gotta do pee-pee. So they started to board.
Sweetheart.
And you disappeared like David Blame.
No.
Excuse me, honey, darling, honey, pumpkin, sugar. There's a man talking.
No.
You keep your trap shut.
Hurry up and finish because I have something to
say. So the dumb lady that you're complaining about, she spilled her iced tea or something all over the fucking terminal.
What does that have to do with me?
She dropped. I'm saying how much this woman sucked.
Yeah.
So she was late. Missed her fucking call because she's too busy spilling her green tea all over Terminal C.
Her green tea.
What a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Leanna, also, is this story going to be fun for people to listen to, or is this you venting? I mean, what are you talking about here? What's the point of this fucking story?
The tension on airplanes these days is at an all-time high.
That woman would suck anywhere. That woman goes to Hobby Lobby to buy more bedazzles for her jean jacket, and she's a bitch to the ladies at Hobby Lobby. I guarantee it.
I just don't.
You're gonna like
I don't
the way
understand.
You look.
Like I don't understand the attitude. I understand if you're having a bad day, but how is it every time I'm in an airport? Every time I get on an airplane, I encounter nasty people. I don't understand.
Well, it's a small space. You're cramped.
Get over it. Don't
People
fly.
are nervous. I don't fucking know. I'm trying to. The only thing I don't understand, and I'm a little bit on her side with just not her attitude, but the way that she thought about. Okay, so we were in row whatever. Let's say you're in row A, like this woman.
32B.
30. We were in 32.
No.
24. We were in 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in 24. Above us should only be for the people in that area, correct?
Yes.
But they don't have enough fucking things for people.
Yes.
So they shouldn't be I've seen people put shit in like above my seat, and I'm like, why is your stuff here?
Mm-hmm.
Sam.
I understand.
Whatever your name is, guy.
The bin above her seats was empty.
Uh-huh.
She felt the need to take up two because she had lithium batteries. Which, honey, sweetheart, you're not even supposed to bring lithium batteries.
Honey, darling, sugar.
Exactly. All I want to say is there was this old man and he was like, good for you. or something. And then he was like, maybe it's because you have an attitude. And he came right for her. And I was loving every second of it. The line in front of me stopped. So I got to witness the drama. And I was also able to notice Shane McMahon.
Okay.
Shane McMahon.
I was very embarrassed that I was like, lady, you're embarrassing yourself in front of Shane O'Mac. I mean, what are you doing here? Yeah, I don't know.
He was like this.
Flying. What do you remember the first time you were on a plane?
No, of course not.
That's because you were spoiled. Anybody who doesn't remember when they were on a plane because your parents were rich.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
When I was a kid, flying was something like the royal family did. I flew for the first time when I was 15. I was a sophomore in high school. I was going into sophomore year of high school. We didn't fly. Honey, sugar, pumpkin. So I used to think it was this like wonderful thing for the rich and sophisticated.
Oh no.
And it's so not. At least maybe it used to be in the 70s and 80s when you have a little scotch, you wear a suit, you say, hey, honey, you want to come with me? I'm landing in Chicago. You want to go to the Four Seasons and play suck my dick game?
Oh my God, you're disgusting. Is that necessary?
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of anything else. So, yeah, I don't know. I could bitch about
obviously it's changed. I mean, this white trash woman was flying first class.
There's a reason why all comedians have so much material about flying because they do it all of the time and we notice everything. I've also noticed the more we fly that we're with more seasoned flyers, I think. It is rarer that we'll see people with like, people who go on vacation are like obviously going on. They're all
they get
like
on, they're like frazzled.
Yeah. There's always a group. It's always like the mom and dad.
And they're like screaming across the plane.
Exactly. There's one kid who's always late. So like that we had to deal with a lot. But now that it's becoming fall and it's not going to be so summery, it's been a little bit better. But I don't know.
I have a really big problem with plane etiquette. I mean, we all do. You especially, right? You talk about it all the time. But men on planes, or in general, do you need to sit with your legs wide open?
That's a thing. That's like a Subway thing too. Have you seen those?
No.
It's like a meme, or it's called guys sitting on Subways. I was like, I remember it like made the rounds on social media. Look, see, there's definitely a bunch of pictures about
like this kid.
Man spreaders, they call it.
Look at this.
Look at that. That's fucking hilarious. Well, listen,
man spreading.
He's just an inconsiderate asshole. That's really all it is.
The man next to me, this always happens. Whenever I sit next to a man, yes, their legs are coming into my little space.
You should have kicked him over.
His legs were coming into my space.
Why didn't you tell me?
Legs wide open. This man was falling asleep on me, which is fine, but like I also hate men always think, actually I shouldn't say men.
Yeah, what the hell, lady?
Maybe women do this too.
It's people.
They put
suck.
their arms on both armrests. No, you can't do that. First of all, since I'm the middle person and I'm getting the shittiest seat possible, I should get both armrests. But I won't even be that greedy. But you got to give me one. Someone's got to give me one. I can't be sitting with my arms in the whole time, my legs in the whole time. And this guy today, he was sleeping, like I said, both arms on the armrest. His elbow was on my remote for the TV. Thank God I wasn't watching something on my TV because the channels kept changing. The channels were changing for like 5 minutes straight.
Ugh. Man, Leanna, this is a good subject, but it's a deep subject. So you see this kid sitting like that, right?
Yes, the man spread.
Do you see how I'm sitting right now?
Yeah.
With my legs crossed.
Very respectful.
Do you know that a lot of guys will say that this is gay, oh my God, how do you sit like that? Oh my God, this kid's a fucking whatever, right? And I've talked to my friends about this before who have teased me or something, and I know that I have a penis. I think I have slightly larger balls. I'm not being like, oh, my fucking dick's big, but I think I remember I had to get surgery a while ago. It was a long...
Because they were too big?
No, I didn't have like that, but I have everything that a man has. So guys will be like, it's uncomfortable, bro. I can't. My fucking cocks can't go. You know, I got a fucking huge hammer down here.
Oh my
That's
God.
what they try to say.
Yeah.
But it's not true. They're just inconsiderate assholes, and they don't want to say that out loud. So they say, "Well, you know, my junk's swinging along, honey,
you
darling,
just, like,
sweetie."
Can't you just like pick it up and put it on the legs? I'm not asking you to squeeze it with your thighs.
No, it's bullshit. It's absolute. First of all, the only thing that's sensitive are your balls as a guy. Your dick, you could close a book on my dick. And
yeah.
It would like hurt if you did it really hard, but like you could squeeze your shaft, your head of a penis. Obviously, it can hurt if you kick it or something, but it's not as sensitive. Sometimes the wind blows my balls, and I'm like, oh, and women don't understand it. Your balls are really sensitive. Okay. I don't know why we didn't evolve to have some sort of shell like a tortoise. I fucking know it is, but I'm a tortoise. I wish that we had something like that going on, but those guys are just assholes. Most people in life are just assholes, and they say something to justify it, obviously, but they're just assholes. Yeah. So people won't say, "Oh, I'm just an inconsiderate, selfish asshole who wasn't raised correctly." It's very hard for people to say that. So they'll give you other reasons as to why they have to make it difficult. That guy, I wish you would have told me that the guy was bothering you with his man spreading. I would have said, "Hey, Baldy, hey pal." He was bold, this guy. I'm not discriminating, but in the moment, it would have hurt his feelings, I think.
I mean, I don't know. I was like, whatever. I mean, once again, the men trying to take over everything. But no, I thought maybe that's what was more comfortable for you guys.
No, it's because...
So I let it slide.
It's because their friends tell them they're gay if they sit like with their legs to... Bro, what are you fucking... Blah, blah, blah.
I think it's classy to have your legs crossed.
I'm extremely comfortable right now. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, but most guys really, really, really care what other people say. So the guys won't wear certain clothes because their friends will make fun of them. They really want to, but they won't. That's what the goal of Dress Down Day is. That's the goal of my life, is to make people comfortable enough to do whatever the fuck you want without being afraid of being made fun of. And it's fine.
Manspreading. I can't believe it's a real thing.
I gotta say, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these hypersensitive words like mansplaining. Look at this lady. She's about to give birth. She's about to.
This is what I'm going to do, though.
Drop a deuce.
From now on, I'm just going to sit with my legs wide open.
Go ahead. There you go.
What are they going to do? Knee me?
Well, I don't think anybody should sit like that. Man, woman, or non-binary.
It is quite comfortable, I understand, but
you're just an asshole. It's like when you put your seat. It's like when you put your bag on a seat. And there's like some ladies sitting there. You know what I mean? You're just an asshole. There's no excuse for this. A big problem with this shit too is, again, when everything's politicized. So it's someone screaming an extreme and someone screaming an extreme. There's the guy who is a fucking douchebag being like, we're men, we need fucking room, honey. And then there's a girl being like, you're a man, everything you do should be illegal. And it's those two people trying to meet in the middle. I'm just saying for the mansplaining and fucking spreading all this dumb shit, because you're just a fucking asshole. I don't think you're a cool guy who believes that you should. I just think you're a selfish asshole. Your mom never told you to move out of the way for someone else. I think that's what happened. It's like, if I took someone's seat, my mom would smack me so she'd get up. There's a woman. You know what I mean? Like, these fucking assholes weren't told that. That's really all it is. Anyway, I did want to mention, because I don't know if is that boring for people. We fly a lot. Maybe they don't want to hear about this shit. I wanted to mention, before it gets too old, the trip that we went on, because if you are in...
It depends on how you describe trip.
we went to Pittsburgh. Buffalo was great, but the weather was a little shitty. We didn't have much time there. And then the next morning, we had to go right to Pittsburgh. How sick was the Pittsburgh Pirate Field?
Gorgeous.
And one of those... The thing that makes me so sad about being from New York is that we are raised to say, I even said it in the last podcast, New York is like the best city for specific reasons, obviously, but like as a place to live, because we're from there, I don't really agree with that when people say that. When we lived in California and we'd meet people who were like, "Oh my God, it's my dream to live in New York," and I'd be like, "You know, right there, it's just gray. Everything is just fucking gray. There's nothing great about it right now." And I understand the culture, the lifestyle. New York is amazing.
Nothing like it.
But it made me really sad to see the Pittsburgh Pirates be down the block from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and for there to be all bars and a gorgeous river and beautiful bridges and just people in life. It was clean. It looked like such a cool place to be when the sport was happening. And then I'm thinking, as a Mets fan, that's something else we have to talk about that we did.
Yeah.
As a Mets fan, I love them so much, but because New York is only about money and like billionaires, we don't have that communal experience. Do you remember how cool Fenway was?
Well, that's what I wanted to say. Aren't a lot of the cities we go to like that, where they
Pretty
have
much.
the baseball stadium,
The football, the
next to
hockey, the
football?
basketball,
they're all kind of close.
They're all really close, and like Fenway Park, where the Red Sox play, Wrigley, where the Cubs are in Chicago.
They're like in the
They're
middle
so-
of a downtown area.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It looks so inviting. The experience as a fan is wonderful.
It has to be awesome.
And we don't have that in New York. We don't have anything close to that. Shea Stadium, now Citi Field, they put in like the middle of nowhere in Queens, next to like an illegal chop shop where like you'd bring a stolen car for parts to sell for, like, to take apart for parts. Yankee Stadium is in the Bronx. That's in kind of a cool area, but it's not near anything. And where the Knicks play, obviously Madison Square Garden is amazing, but you got to be a trillionaire to live over there. Like, there's nothing inviting for fans, and it's like, you should be lucky to root for us, which I don't love. It's one of the things whenever we leave New York, I'm always like, damn, I wish we had a little bit better of an experience like that. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. I do think that's so cool. But I just thought of it. It's a very different experience, not just because of that, right? So in Pittsburgh, Boston, they don't tailgate. They can't tailgate because you can't drive there.
Well, no,
because there's no parking.
You usually tailgate for football. You can for obviously
people tailgate for baseball all the time.
I know, babe, but it's huge with football.
Okay,
it's bigger with football, and where the Patriots play wasn't near there. That's somewhere else.
Okay, so what about the Steelers?
What about the Steelers?
What about the Steelers?
I think it might have been. They might have had a huge. We weren't near the Steelers very.
They
might have had a big parking lot. Steelers fans, Steelers Nation. Let us know. I don't know.
Well, whatever. It's a totally different experience. Like we're saying, these stadiums are downtown, so you're going to bars and restaurants and then walking to the stadium, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Citi Field, I haven't been to Yankee Stadium. I don't really know what it's like over there, but yeah, Citi Fields you have to drive to. You can't really.
You can take public transportation, but you
anywhere.
can't like.
Yeah, you could, but
Yeah.
it's not like let's pregame and then walk over to the stadium. You would have to like pregame.
I think there's
outside,
one. I think there might be one bar attached to it. I think there's a McFadden's. It might be like in the stadium.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not
they
positive.
have restaurants and bars all throughout the stadium.
No, like you don't have to be. I don't think you have to go in the stadium. I think it's like right outside.
Of Citi Field,
but only during games. I could be completely wrong. I've never done it. See McFadden Citi Field. So speaking of Citi Field and the Mets, we did something really cool when we were back.
Temporarily closed.
Well, yeah, because I think it's only because of. Maybe because it's only, or maybe because of COVID.
Shut its doors.
I don't fucking know. Oh, it's done. There you go. Well, there you go. We had one. Anyway.
Yikes.
I had someone. What's like the non-loser douchey way to say this? I had someone in my camp, in my team, reach out to the New York Mets about me possibly doing something with them, which hopefully we're going to do next year. If it doesn't happen, whatever. But something with the Mets, something fun and cool. And they said basically during COVID, we're not going to do it right now, and then blah blah blah. But we can give Eric like a really cool social media experience. They called it something like that. So we got for free, me, Leanna, and two of my friends. We went to a Met game. We sat 5 rows behind home plate.
Mm-hmm.
All we can eat for free.
Shake Shack included.
It was the coolest thing I think I've ever got to. I've done some cool things so far.
It was so cool.
That was probably one of the coolest ones.
I mean, you've been to many Met games as well.
I've been to, a million. I've never been to one. I mean, the only thing that could have made it better is if they were in contention to be in the playoffs. But I knew that wasn't going to happen. But then again, I was also thinking like, all right, they're completely out of it. We can just have fun and like yell stuff and have a good time.
And
but
be silly.
And be silly. Be a couple of silly gals. That was a really, really cool. So if anybody from the New York Mets is listening to this, or if the social media team is fans of the podcast, thank you so much. That was the coolest thing.
That was a great time.
I wish I had.
I don't think I could ever sit
I know.
further than 5th row. I mean, it was so
stupid
cool.
Bitch. Yeah, that was like, man. And then all of a sudden I go, because they sent us the tickets on the MLB app. So when I went, oh cool, look at that.
I know.
So when I went to like the app to order food, I'm like, guys, I think down here they might like deliver it for you. They think it's like, hoity-toity rich people.
Mm-hmm.
I go on my app to like see what we're gonna order, and everything said $0.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So I got us all Shake Shack. We got chicken fingers. We got sodas. We got waters. We got Cracker Jacks.
I was literally
peanuts,
like, one of everything,
shakes.
please.
We got everything. And I'm like, I was like, Leanna, run, because they're gonna be like, excuse me, sir, you didn't pay for that. So it was the coolest thing ever.
So something that just reminded me of something, right? You're saying how we got all this stuff for free. So it's very funny to not be Eric and watch people interact with Eric.
What do you mean?
With stuff like this, right? So we go back and we tell everyone, so cool. We went to the Mets game. We sat 5th row. We got everything for free. And this is what people do to him all the time, which I've noticed, and I've even done it to him before.
Can I set it up a little bit differently, or you want to keep going? I want to say how you do it.
It's not good enough. It's not my story's not good enough.
It's good, but you're like kind of sneaking out of it by acting like it's other people and it's not you, which I do not agree with at all. Here's what's going on, folks. When you are from, I shouldn't even say it. It has nothing to do with where I'm from.
It has nothing to do with where you're from.
I think there's like a fear factor going on. I've noticed with my friends and family, where it's always like, what if it doesn't work out? Mm-hmm. What if it does? What if? It's never like, that's awesome. It's always, well, how can I bring this back down and give you what I would worry about it?
It's also hard for some people to understand that, like, if you're not Brad Pitt or Justin Bieber, then you're just like not successul. Like in that field. I'm not talking about someone who has a regular 9-to-5 job. I'm saying like someone like you who, does entertainment. Yeah. If you're not at that level, then it's like you could
what are you doing?
Yeah, you could lose it all at any second. You could lose it
tomorrow.
And you're like not, I don't even know.
Which is true. I mean, this could all fall apart. Like I said, I'm still working my ass off. But anyway, this is what people in my life do. They will. I don't know if it's from a psychology level. I used to think.
God, here we go.
Like friends of mine, or people in my life that were close. I used to feel that they were perhaps envious or didn't want to feel inferior.
I could see that with some people, definitely.
So they would ask things they knew the answer was no, just so they could take away my happy feeling. So Leanna used to do this.
You think I would try to take you thought that I thought I wanted you to be inferior to me?
No. That's why I stopped really. I was thinking like, well, I don't think she's. But there are some of my friends I know for a fact do that.
I'll
say like this. The first time I did stand-up comedy for a sold-out crowd that I sold out myself, I was super excited, proud, nervous, all these great things. Mm-hmm. I made money. I said, Leanna, guess how much money I made tonight? And she was like, $1 million.
Okay.
Because I was like excited. I was like, oh my God, First of all, this is coming from not having a job. I was making $0 at that point. So even $20 to make people laugh would have been cool to me. I was like, holy shit, guess how much money they're gonna pay me? And you were like, oh, what do you let me guess, $400 trillion. And I was like, no, but thanks for ruining that moment for me.
Do you think that I know how much the average comedian makes?
Do you think you went? Do you think you went a little high? I think you said like $100,000 for like a half hour.
I did not. You were such a liar. I don't know. I don't even know what I said.
I don't remember either, but I was thinking like, why do people do this? So I'll go home and I'll tell my parents, I'm doing this. And no matter what, their next question will be something to force me to say no. It could be like, I'm getting free tickets to the Mets game. Are you going to pitch for Jacob deGrom? And I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
So often.
It happens to me all of the time. The Brooklyn Cyclones, which I never got around to it because it was COVID and blah, blah, blah. They asked me to throw out the first pitch. The Brooklyn Cyclones are a minor league team for the New York Mets in Brooklyn, in Coney Island. I was so excited. I said that to my family. They're like, oh, are you going to do it for the Mets? And I was like, what the fuck did I just say? Why are you doing this?
Oh my God.
Why are you doing this?
It's
when I was
really
like, oh my God, Mom,
for a bystander.
I'm going to be in a movie. Holy shit. Is it, are you going to, do they give you an Oscar? Do you get an Oscar?
Are you the main character?
Is Brad Pitt tagging you in to be in a movie with, are you going to own Warner Brothers? I don't know what I've done to deserve this, but this is what people in my life do. It's the worst thing ever.
We do, I should say.
I sold out the Borgata in Atlantic City. Now again, I'm not saying this to brag, but like for someone like me, like I said 3 years ago, was barely making ends meet, and now I sold out like 1,000 seats in Atlantic City, which is a big deal to me. And people were like, "Oh yeah, but imagine it was MSG." I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, you're of course not bragging. And I really want people to like stop and just think about this for a second.
Think about what you're saying.
It really is sad. I mean, and not to like kiss your ass, but you have come such a long way and you're doing amazing things, but it's never good enough for anyone. Literally, the Borgata. Which, I mean, it was incredible.
The Borgata.
And people literally ask, oh my God, you're going to do Madison Square Garden soon? First of all, Madison Square Garden, how many, let's say.
I think it's probably 20,000 seats.
Madison Square Garden capacity, okay?
Yeah, it's got to be, I think it's 20 grand. They might have, I think they added more.
20,000, let's say 21,000 people, okay? The Borgata was what, 1,100?
I hate my life.
So
no, the Borgata was just under 1,000. It was like 900 something.
Okay, which you've sold out bigger. You've sold out 2,000.
Not about that.
But still, this is 18,000 more people. Like, come on.
So this is what I would love to give you folks listening. I say folks a lot.
You do say folks.
I do it kind of like joking, like just as a joke. Who would say that? Hey,
say it again.
How you doing, folks? I don't say folks. I basically say FOKES.
You yelled
folks.
at me for saying missed. But how can I say the D?
You didn't know the word was D. Did you know it had a D in it?
Of
did
course.
You know it?
I'm stupid. I know I am. And listening back to these podcasts, I shouldn't even be allowed to be a part of this.
We're all stupid, sweetheart.
But I know that
you and I are just the only ones admitting it.
I know that there's a D in mist, but I can't say the D.
In the midst.
In the midst.
There you go.
It sounds weird. I don't like it. So if I say in the midst of things, you know that I know there's a D in it. But anyway.
I want to thank you for cutting me off, so I completely forgot what I was going to say. It's always good when you do that. So listen, folks. Here's a little tip. Again, going back to, I forget what episode it was. I think it was like
about the apartment.
About the apartment, giving people a good reaction.
Yes.
When someone tells you something they're excited about, just go with it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't negate what they're saying.
I don't think people realize they're doing it. They're not doing it on purpose, and I don't think they realize they're doing it.
No. I have people in my life. Not everyone.
Now they will.
Not everyone, but plenty of people do it because they want to drag me down. I know for a fact. People I'm not really that close with. People like I don't tell them news, but they'll like go out of the way and be like, "Hey, I saw you doing that." Oh yeah, no. So are they giving you the hotel?
Yeah.
They're gonna sign over the hotel for you for free? No, man.
Or they
no.
won't even,
well, that's okay, man. That's okay. Whatever. Maybe next year.
they won't ask like or be like, oh, you think they're gonna let you to Madison Square? They'll be like, oh, it would be really cool if you could do Madison
it'd
Square.
be really cool. I mean, that's cool and everything. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, congratulations and everything. But that would be so cool. So, just so you know, I'm aware of it. And I think you need therapy because I think that you're sad if you do that to me.
This all got started, we brought this up because when we got all you can eat at City Fields.
Yep. What did my dad say?
Almost every single person I think was like, oh, alcohol too. And we did not get alcohol. No.
I wanted to be like, when the fuck have the Mets given you free tickets, you fucking asshole? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Dad, you never even took me to a baseball game.
Your dad.
My dad's never even took me to a baseball game. He's trying to get handouts now? He never said, hey, son, you want to throw around the old ball?
Oh, my God.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So just be happy for people, okay? Don't be a fucking asshole. So you know what? It's made me a better person. It really has. Because if anybody comes to me with something that's not a big deal, or I'm always like, no, man, that's awesome. Good for you. You should be proud of that. Never like, oh, wow, that's cool and everything. But like, it'd be really cool. Yeah. I just can't stand it. I don't know if like, I don't know. It's almost like, it's also almost showing who they are deep down, not in a bad way. Like, if you give them a gift, now I know they're thinking, I hope there's more in here. I hope it's not just the car that he was giving.
I don't know about that. Now you're getting a little carried away.
What do you mean, bro? Like, seriously, though. Like, that shows, like, my dad, if he got free tickets to the Mets, he'd be like, oh, great, do I get free alcohol? And the Mets would be like, you're kidding me, guy, right? Get the fuck out of here. Turn around and get out of my park.
We'll take those back.
So, damn, I forgot that we talked about that. That is so fucking annoying. It is so annoying. And I've been saying, I think because I lectured you enough about it, you had to hear me bitch about it enough that you don't do it anymore.
I try not to.
But
now I'm going really low with my answers.
Yeah, which is good. When someone says to you, yo, guess how much, and you know that they're like, they want to like surprise you, don't be an asshole and go higher. Don't be like, I don't know. Let's say that you want a free cup of coffee at Starbucks. You go there and they're like, oh my God, not only did I win it, guess what else I won at Starbucks? Don't be like $600 trillion. So they have to be like, oh no, it was actually 2 free cups and a scone. But anyway, I was happy about it. Like, you're being an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't know. You probably don't, but don't be a fucking asshole, people. I know there's people listening to this who are going to side with me wholeheartedly because their families and their friends are assholes like mine. Mm-hmm. And I just want to say that I love you and I'm here with you.
You definitely won't like when it gets done to you because then you've done it to me before and I don't like it.
I have never done that to you.
You do it to me because I would like do it to you though.
But I'll probably do it. Yeah, I'll probably do it. I'm doing it ironically like, oh my God, really? 800 trillion. Is that how much you made working at the diner that time?
Excuse you.
Damn, MetLife Stadium holds 82,000 people.
I know.
That's insane.
Also, see, this people ask, is Madison Square Garden the biggest arena in the world? It only holds 20,000 people. That's nothing.
Well, it's cool because like if you sell out the Garden, you made it, honey. That's it. You made it. Which is also kind of strange because Rammstein, you know who that is? They've sold out the Madison Square Garden. You have no idea who that is.
No.
Anyway, before we go, this is just fresh in my mind. I also wanted to tell people because I don't know if anybody thinks that I have like this ego. I don't think people do. My fans definitely don't because they know who I am. I'm a very insecure person. I'm neurotic. I don't walk around like I think I'm cool. And I think it's people's misfortune is often funny. Would you agree?
I would have to agree.
Things happen to me.
Oh my God.
What?
Wait, this just reminded me. You're not going to forget your story, right?
No.
Just going back, speaking of people's misfortune, the guy on the plane.
Which one?
Oh!
Oh, I forgot about that. Fuck, that was hilarious.
Oh my God, just real quick. Yeah. We're on another plane thing. We're on the plane today. We're already flying. We're in the air. The drink carts start coming around. The guy in the row next of us lets out this scream.
Yeah. It was literally like this. Oh! Oh!
And I look over.
It scared the shit out of me.
And you look over, and
I was like,
you were
what?
like so confused. I somehow.
She banged his elbow.
She banged his elbow, and he had hot coffee. And so you have hot coffee in your hand, it hits the elbow. The hot coffee went all over him.
Wait, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever told you. I don't know if I've ever told you this story before. I did a while ago. My old manager. This is a long story. She wanted me to go to these things in the city to do like character work in front of people. So I would show up to these like fucking improv jams in Manhattan. They were super weird, super hippie, super like artist.
Get to the point.
Theater kid. I get there, I'm sitting, and this guy destroyed his knee somehow.
No.
He was walking in, and he just fell or something, and he couldn't get up. So there's other people trying to lift him up, and the whole time he's going, "Ah, fuck!" He's screaming.
No, you're lying.
I swear.
Are you kidding?
I swear on everything. He was
saying,
fuck! As I was the only one laughing. Everyone was like, oh God, oh no. And I was like, is anybody else? That's when I knew I couldn't make it with those kids.
Oh
when
my
I was like,
God.
Babe, he was screaming. As people are lifting him up, he's like yelling at them, like he's like mad. It hurts.
Oh my
like,
God.
I don't know. I'm definitely judging him, and I'm adding to like my own definition, but it felt like he was mad that they were getting him up. Like, I don't know. It was just like a stupid.
He wanted to be left there to die?
Like, he was like blaming them for hurting him, like to help pick him up, kind of.
Maybe the way that they were picking him up.
He didn't say that, but that was the vibe that I got. Like just a dumb guy that would like blame others for his misfortune. He was like this like skater looking like metal guy. You know those guys that they love Slipknot and hard rock bands, so they'll always have the key.
Yeah, with the chain.
Why do they love those keys?
Oh wait, you're talking about like the rock climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys who love metal, like Killswitch Engage, Slipknot, they love that chain thing. It's like they're born with. Anybody who loves metal loves that. Anyway, so he was wearing one of those, and he had like Vans on, like skinny jeans, and he was just screaming to bloody murder. Fuck! And then the ambulance came and shit. It was incredible.
It's not always funny when people get hurt, but sometimes, I mean, I can't. It's like that guy. I knew he probably wasn't that hurt.
Of course, no.
So that's why we were dying. Plus, to the scream that he let out on like this calm plane.
First of all, you can like scream like that when like your kids or your wife does something like that to you, right? You do it to a stranger. Oh! It was so dramatic. It was so dramatic and out of nowhere. So anyway, sometimes some things happen to me in life where I feel like, I know people have these like questions of like, why are we here? Does God really exist? Right? You have these deep questions. Sometimes things happen to me where I'm like, there's no way someone is not behind this. Like I'm on candid camera. There's no way this is
Ashton Kutcher is gonna pop out.
The universe just being random.
Yeah.
So back about 2 months ago, we were in the city. We went to the Doc Martens store. We bought Doc Martens. Okay? After I did that chameleon cold brew thing in the city. I get home, I realize I bought huge ones. Like they're really, really tall. They're like a little. I wasn't that comfortable in them. They maybe look like Marilyn Manson a little bit. So I'm like, I'm gonna exchange these. We came back for more shows last month. I go to New Jersey to try and exchange them. They don't have my size in the ones that I wanted. Okay, nothing that strange. Then I see online DSW, which is the Dress Shoe Warehouse.
Designer Shoe Warehouse.
I never really heard of this place. I've never been there before. So I was like, oh, cool. They have them. Oh, wow. Cool. There's one on Staten Island. I go to the one on Staten Island. They have my size right on. I go to the register. The girl says, you can't buy these. And I was like, excuse me? Our system is down. It'll be back up in 24 hours. I'll take down your information. I'll hold it for you for 24 hours. I said, what if your system's not up in 24 hours? She said, what? I said, what if it's down for more than 2 days? And she was just like, I don't know how to answer that. So I left the shoes. We go to do my shows in Buffalo and Pittsburgh. I come back. Actually, I'm sorry. I called. They
called
never
for
answered.
like
Their
2
system
days.
their system never came back up.
Yeah.
So I ordered them from another website, a completely different website.
Mm-hmm.
Now my shoes finally get to my house. I come back from Pittsburgh. They're there.
So excited. He's
So
excited.
I'm like,
to get
finally,
them.
my boots are here. They sent me 2 different sizes. One was a size 9. One was a size 10. Now I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking, is the world gonna end if I get these? If I get these boots, why can't I get them?
You're not meant to have them.
So I go back to DSW, then I go to the DSW website to try and order them to here in Austin. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just order them to Austin. They're gone. They're not on the website anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is very strange. It's a 4-day period. Go back to DSW in Staten Island. Oh my God, they have them. I go to the register. There are 2 left. 2 left boots.
What a chain of events.
Do you think that if I would have bought them the first time, the world would have ended? There was something stopping me.
Thank God.
From getting those.
The woman at the register checked to make sure that you were getting the right shoes.
Shit like that always happens to me.
Yeah.
I think it's because I put too much energy on the wrong things.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
That is
Also,
true.
when my godson was baptized, we looked around Austin to try and get him across,
Mhm.
which I don't know if Staten Island is because it's so Italian, if it's so Catholic, if it's just how we know stores to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like it wasn't the same vibe in Austin, perhaps.
No, definitely.
They had
not.
crucifixes, they had crosses, but it wasn't like as much of a selection. It was very small. And I was saying to Leanna how funny it is, how like on Staten Island, how easy this would be. So we go to Staten Island, we get it. And they had the horn thing to ward off the melocchio. That's like a Sicilian thing.
It's a funny thing, right? Obviously on Staten Island, it's so Italian, Goomba. Of course they're gonna have the horn. But you were like so surprised at it. You thought it was so funny. But like also at the same point, where else would you get that?
I think you got a jewelry store that specializes in those things. I didn't know you could buy those in Macy's.
Like at a chain, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like at our Macy's. It was like they had like specific Brooklyn, Staten Island shit. I just thought that was funny.
They had the horn. They had like the velour jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Like on display at Macy's. And I was like, this is so, because I thought Macy's was like a chain.
Macy's.
Like you can't go to Applebee's and get chicken cutlet Parmesan. Because it's like, imagine our
Yeah.
Applebee's had that. That would be fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to mention that. I guess this is getting kind of late. I don't want people to feel like these are too we had so much to talk about. There was so many stories, so many things. Me running in and out of Macy's trying to buy that thing.
Oh
The woman
my
in Macy's.
God.
I love supporting
The elderly.
the elderly people in general working at stores, not being replaced by machines. But damn, do I know why Amazon is winning now?
I mean, you gotta respect Macy's for contributing to like the Equal Employment Act or whatever.
They're
it
always
is.
senior citizen
They
women.
love to hire elderlies.
Elderlies. You and those elderlies over there. Very
elderly,
respectful. Leanne.
Men and women, which I love because at an older age, it can be hard to get a job, and Macy's is always there for them. But unfortunately, especially being from New York, we're very impatient, and I don't have the time for them. At
We
Macy's.
were at Macy's for 1 hour and a half.
Yeah, and she was fantastic.
She was a doll.
She helped us.
But
I think she even picked out the cross.
She was
Wonderful woman.
She was
but,
very helpful.
I
She was like,
mean,
"Oh look, you got to put you. We're gonna get you some cash. We'll see. I'll try that coupon too. We'll see if it can work."
mm-hmm.
And she was very sweet, but she just didn't understand really what was happening.
Yeah.
And we were there for an hour and a half. And I was like, now I know why Amazon is taking over the world, and it's a
Yeah.
shame. It is a shame. I'm an impatient asshole, but it was also like I just want to buy this and leave. I don't know why this is taking so long. It was quite the challenge.
This is why the mall is dying as
The
well.
American Mall.
It's gonna be dead.
R.I.P. Man, we could talk about that one episode. Just the whole.
The mall.
I mean, R.I.P. I mean, do kids go to the mall anymore?
I know.
We'll talk about that soon. All right, guys. We love you so much. I really can't thank you enough for all of the support.
Yes, we really, really appreciate it.
Please leave a review on iTunes or wherever. Please leave us some comments on YouTube.
Will you be putting them on YouTube?
From now on, there's going to be on YouTube.
All right.
Go to YouTube really quickly, actually.
Okay.
Someone wrote a comment, and I had to I wanted to respond to it. Okay, first of all, this woman Marie said she'd think we'd be good on The Amazing Race. The Amazing Race would just be me screaming at you through all different countries. Like, where? That's left, Leanna. We're supposed to go right.
I think I'm good at taking direction, though. I think I would just have to listen to you. Like, I'd be like, all right, you're going to call the shots, and I'll listen.
Well, whenever I have 50-50 chance, you're wrong.
Always wrong.
Isn't that fascinating?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what in life, if it's A or B, I will always get it wrong.
Keep going.
I can't find it. Anyway, I just remembered what it was.
Okay.
Someone said, "Wow, that's so cool. You guys knew each other since you were that little." Because the artwork. I just gotta say, thank you for thinking my Photoshop skills are that good. And we did not know each other. We met each other in 2013. 12?
We met in 12.
Oh, really? I didn't care about you then.
Oh my God, tomorrow's our anniversary, sweetheart,
Oh my
honey, darling.
God.
Happy
Sugar pumpkin.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Leanna's.
And to our Dress Down Day friends and fans. And
I found
fans.
a picture of Leanna hugging her brother, and I found a picture of me from the first grade. I was like, this is fucking perfect. So that's where that came from.
Yes.
All right, guys. We love you so much. Really,
So
I
much.
can't thank you enough. We're having such a blast doing this, and
Until
we will see you soon. I'm performing in Hartford, Connecticut next. Eric D'Alessandro for tickets. EricD'Alessandro.com for tickets. Staten Island, New York, and then just a whole bunch of places. I'm coming to Denver and Chicago and all these places in the winters. So we love you so much. Have a great day and happy Dress Down Day, Leanna's too.